If it's a local store, 100% support your local stores, support your local mom and pops. Do not simp for fucking AutoZone. God damn it. Hello YouTube, it's Netgear 57, your virtual car friend. And we're changing the oil again. Not on the Sylvia, we're just doing it on the Baja. The time interval has arrived, so we're changing the oil. Now, a lot of people really enjoyed that AutoZone segment. It really went well. There was a lot of comments, a lot of interaction. I read nearly all the comments, you know. It was great that a lot of people have kind of noticed the same thing, and they're tired of it. It kind of sucks what they're doing. All right, let's get this sucker draining. Uh-oh. Oh, wrong way, dumbass. So one thing somebody brought up in the comments, actually quite a few people brought it up, that I completely forgot to talk about, was wiper blades. Wiper blades are fucking terrible to buy at AutoZone. They're so expensive, and that's another thing that you just need to buy it at Rock Auto. Some people talk about Costco. I think they sell Michelin wipers. I bought a pair one time and I wasn't crazy impressed with them, so I never bought another set, but they're not expensive. You know, I want to say $7 to $10 each, but Costco can't touch Rock Auto. I like buying the Bosch icons, and I think at AutoZone the Bosch icons are like $25 or $30. It's ridiculous. And on Rock Auto you can get them for under 10, I think, probably like $7. If you really wanted to at Rock Auto, you could get wipers for $1, $2, cheap, just cheapy wipers that'll let you pass inspection. Maybe they're obviously they're not going to be the best, but they're going to be economy wipers that do their job and let you pass your state inspection if you have that. And there's another thing I buy in Rock Auto. I buy these in bulk, the crush washers. There's the old one, and here's our new fancy, beautiful crush washer that, in all honesty, you probably don't need it. You know, it's you're probably good. It's not going to leak, but I'm kind of a nerd. You know, I enjoy doing maintenance stuff like this on my car. A lot of people in the comments were saying AutoZone prices are like that because they can't compete with Walmart. So you're wrong. And okay, I don't care if they can or can't compete with Walmart based on their buying power, which honestly I kind of doubt. AutoZone is the largest automotive store in the world. They have stores throughout the entire US and Mexico, and they have a shitload of them. And a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, I don't go to Walmart because it's so far. Even my little small town has an AutoZone, but we don't have a Walmart. There you go. Don't quote me on this. I'm gonna look it up after this, but I want to say there's more AutoZones in the US than there are Walmarts. And just because of that, AutoZone is right down the street from me. Walmart, I have to drive 15 or 20 minutes, which is complete cope. You know, if you want to save the money, it's all about planning ahead. You know you're going to change the oil. It's an inevitability. I know every 5,000 miles or 6 months, I'm changing the oil on one of my cars. So why not, when I'm at Walmart for something, go pick up a bunch of oil. Let's say you're at Walmart for groceries. Oh, hey, honey, I'm going to go grab some oil. It's as simple as planning ahead. If you can't plan ahead, you're never going to be able to do anything right. And then a lot of people were saying, oh, you're going to be sad when AutoZone is gone because you shopped at Walmart. Walmart is evil. I've got a little bit of bad news for you. AutoZone is evil. What Walmart did to the general store, that's what AutoZone did to the mom and pop auto parts stores. I understand that you're paying for the convenience, but it's not fucking convenient. You're going into a store that's supposed to be the leader in auto parts retail, and they're the most expensive, they're the worst. They killed all the mom and pop auto shop stores. If there was a good mom and pop auto shop store near me, 100%, I would not mind paying the extra money. I wouldn't mind paying $5, $10 more for a 5-quart jug of oil because they're local and they probably have fantastic customer service. AutoZone does not give me fantastic customer service. A mom and pop shop, I'm sure will, and they will legitimately have the expertise to help me on whatever it is I'm doing. Maybe give me advice. Maybe say, oh, use this one. This is the better one. Don't buy this tool because this tool, breaks here all the time. This one has this feature that is better. If it's a local store, 100% support your local stores, support your local mom and pops. Do not simp for fucking AutoZone and act like they're this without sin mom and pop beautiful store. No, you're simping for the corporate cock is what you're doing, and you're not even realizing it. Another dude in the comments It was one of the top comments, and it was a really it was an on-point observation that I hadn't even thought about before. But he said, AutoZone is the GameStop of like for car shit. I mean, you can't get any better than that. It's a great point. And look what's happening to GameStop. They're fucking dying because people are done with their service. And will it happen to AutoZone? I doubt it, because we all know what AutoZone is for, you know, and it's for those, I need the part exactly right then and there. It's an emergency, and that's what they're counting on. They're counting on you needing the part at that moment, at that time, and you have no other choice other than to pay their exorbitant prices for their low quality parts. And if they go out of business, going back to someone saying, oh, you're gonna be sorry when they're gone kind of shit. If they go out of business, whose fault is it? Is it my fault for not patronizing a store that is overpriced, understaffed, and gives me poor customer service? No, that's the company's fault. It's something called survival of the fittest. It happens in nature, and it happens in the corporate world. If I'm not satisfied with my service or with the prices or with anything at a business, I'll take my business elsewhere. Someone said in the comments, they talked about their experience at an Advance Auto. And a lot of people say, well, what about O'Reilly? What about Advance? What about Napa? And they're all pretty much in the same boat. You know, they all do the same thing. They're all out there to kind of milk you for everything you got. Generally, O'Reilly's and Napa are going to have more experienced workers. I guess people that know a little bit more, because I think they probably pay a little bit more. But anyway, going back to this comment about Advance Auto, the guy said he bought an alternator. The alternator went out. He tries to go trade it in for the lifetime warranty, and they say, "Oh no, you already traded it in when you the first day you bought it." Apparently, they sold him a defective unit, and he had to go get another one. And we only give you there's only one exchange. What, motherfucker? It's a lifetime warranty. You gave me a bad one. What do you want me to do? And the guy got all pissed at him and said, "Okay, dude, you need to leave. Get out of here, and don't come back." What the fuck is that? Okay, dude. Yes, sir. I'll never fucking come back here. I will never spend another dime of my fucking hard-earned money in your piece of shit fucking establishment. That's the biggest problem, man. Like, when a store like that becomes too big, they don't give a fuck. You know, the workers don't give a fuck about customer service. They don't give a fuck about serving the customer and wanting a repeat customer and giving the customer the best deal they can. Even if you have to lose money on a deal that obviously you should honor, it's going to make that customer want to come back to you because, oh, you know, these people take care of me. These people stand behind their product. They've done me right. That's how you get fucking customers, and that's what corporate America doesn't under fucking stand. And that's why all these businesses are failing. If I'm not going to get shit for my money, I'll go online and save my money. And it's not that hard to plan ahead. It's easy for me. Maybe if I suffer some kind of catastrophic breakdown where my car is down, I can still order online because I have 4 fucking cars. I'll just get in another car and drive that and park my broken one until the part comes in. Not everybody can do that, you know, especially now that, like I said, the economy is so fucking strong right now. People are having to pinch pennies everywhere they can. So I understand, you know, not everyone is going to have 4 cars to choose from to drive. But, you know, the only language that these people understand is money. You have to speak that way. If they're being shit, don't give them your money. It's as simple as that. And that's the only way anything is ever going to get fixed. The only way AutoZone is going to change is if everybody, you know, unites as one and says, no, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Stop doing this stupid shit. Like, you're not a good company. Another thing a bunch of people were mad about is like, what do you expect? You know, that's like wanting a 5-star chef at McDonald's. What are you expecting from AutoZone? You know, I think AutoZone's advertisements say expert advice. Get advice from the pros, from the experts, and we'll get your car going right.
Parts are just part of what we do. We're part buddy, part mentor, part of the American way of doing things. So whether you're Mr. DIY or a master mechanic, AutoZone has your back. Parts are just part of what we do. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Their mouth is writing a check that their ass can't cash because most everybody at AutoZone doesn't know what they're doing. Like I said in the last video, I used to work there and I enjoyed it. You know, I liked working there. I still like cars a lot, obviously. And I also enjoy helping people. You know, if someone had a problem, I would really try to go out of my way and try to figure out what they're doing, what's going on. But not all employees are or even were like me. A lot of them don't know a whole lot about cars. And going back to the pay thing, they don't pay people enough to stay there. Because if you're good enough, you know, like if if you care about your customer, if you're knowledgeable in what you're doing, you can make more money somewhere else. And that's why people leave. You know, they get tired of the stupid, oh, you're not selling enough fucking gel packs. You're not pushing the stupid product, snake oil of the month, fuel injector, fuel system, engine in a bottle shit, you know. One, they don't give fucking commissions, so eat a dick. I'm not gonna push that shit for no reason, or a bonus or anything. Two, it's stupid, you know? I can tell people, yeah, you know, you do this and this, and you're gonna need that. But a lot of the Whittaker stuff, it's not, I'm sorry, dude. There was simps in there, simping for AutoZone saying, oh, it's actually because they want you to do it right. No, dude, no. It's to make money. Like I said before, if they wanted you to do it right, they would just give it to you. They'd give it to you for free and include it in the price because that's what it takes to do it right. Right? If that's what it takes, it's part of the process. You know, you should get it. But no, that's not what they do. So get out of here. Stop simping for them, dude. We all know that they're doing it for money. They obviously don't care about the customer. So stop fucking pretending. All right, let's let that oil drain out and let's prime our new filter. People used to do a lot more back in the day, but I like to do it. You know, I think it's pretty important. You know, when you first put this oil filter in your engine, it's going to be completely dry. And for those, you know, few, maybe seconds, you know, that it takes to fill this up, your engine is without oil. It's without its lifeblood. Subarus are very easy to do it with. The filter is up and down like that. On my S13s, they're sideways, but I still try to do it. I'll just fill it halfway to where when I turn it sideways, the oil is not coming out of the hole. So at least there's still something in there. And you'd be surprised how much oil this little filter holds. I don't have a 1 quart. Well, I do, but I don't want to use it because I have 2 1 quarts left there, and my Outback takes 7 quarts. So I use one of these, the Idemitsu 5 quarts, and I get this is another thing that's fantastic on Rock Auto, is the Idemitsu oil. And you can also get liquid moly oil on Rock Auto, and the prices are good. I think I paid, dude, I used to pay like $19 for these. And it's full synthetic, Japanese, folded 1,000 times oil. And you know, the SEMA video has probably come out by now, so my secret's out that I get it on Rock Auto, because it's something that like legit I didn't want to say. I don't want everybody to run a Rock Auto and buy them out. But I buy it in bulk, you know. I'll buy a case of quarts and then 4 of these at a time, and I have oil changes for the year. Oh, come on, bitch. There we go. It's a little, let's get over the cardboard. Let's pour. Here, let me get this out of the way in case you can't see. Here, there we go. Nope, this way. All right, so look, you fill it up. I'm gonna go all the way to the top, and then you just roll it, you know, like you're drinking a whiskey, you know, roll it around, take a little sip. And all that oil, that first load you dump in it, it's all gonna get absorbed by the vaginal walls. So if you can look inside of there, you know, there's nothing, it's all gone, you know, all that oil got drank up. So now we're ready, we're gonna dump our next load in there. Okay, don't go quite to the top. Roll it around. Make sure it's all absorbed by the filter element. And this one's drinking that too. So it's taking more. All right, let's put some more in there. All right, and I think that is gonna do it. You can't quite see it, but it's pretty full of oil. That's just one less thing the oil pump's gonna have to do, you know. This is already gonna have oil in there. Once it's pressurized, it's ready to go, and it's just gonna start pushing the oil through the engine. Don't forget the oil. Denso's is good about having that O-ring right there pre-lubed. This one is pretty dry, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of oil and lube her up just a little bit. And let's put this filter on. Okay, this bitch is done draining. So before you install your oil filter, you always wanna look at the mating surface. Get a little rag, give it a nice little sweep like that. This is serving 2 purposes. You're cleaning the mating surface of any debris, any dirt, anything that might be on there. That'll help seal it. What you're also doing, the secondary purpose, is you're checking to make sure that the O-ring from the old oil filter isn't stuck on there. Because if it is, and you put your filter on, it's gonna leak. It's gonna leak, you're gonna piss all your oil everywhere, and then your engine is gonna explode, and that's not a good time. It's really only happened, it's happened to me a couple times, you know. Both times I was changing oil on an airplane. It was like on a Cessna 206 turbo. It was an airplane I was flying in. And I reached back there to wipe it, and the oil filter O-ring was stuck on it. And I was like, fuck, I'm really glad I did that, because you don't want to lose oil in an airplane. A car you can pull over, an airplane you can't. And pretty much, I mean, the oil filter on the 240 was a bitch to get off. You're only supposed to do it hand tight, don't use tools. And then, I do it hand tight, and I just, kind of go as much as I can until it's done. Yeah, I probably over tighten quite a bit of them, but for sure don't use a tool. All right, so new oil filter, oil plug is back in. Let's put some oil in this bitch. All right, so this mug takes 4.5 quarts. Here's my funnel, and I always keep a rag stuffed in my funnel like that, and that's to kind of keep, it absorbs the old excess oil, and then it's also to keep the funnel clean, because if there's any dirt on your funnel, it's going to go straight into your engine, and dirt is the one thing you don't want in your engine. So yeah, I keep the funnels plugged like that. Let's get our Idemitsu 5W30. And while we're pouring that, let's talk about oil at Walmart. A lot of people say the oil is different at Walmart. I highly doubt that. How can they make a different Castrol GTX, a different Pennzoil yellow bottle, a different Pennzoil Platinum to sell specifically to Walmart? It doesn't make sense. Now, if you were to tell me SuperTech is different, okay, SuperTech is Walmart's house brand, and I can believe that. But that doesn't mean SuperTech oil is bad. There's this thing called API ratings, and it's like American Petroleum Institute, I think it stands for. Basically, it's the rating for the oil, and it says to meet this certain threshold, to meet this certain rating system, your oil has to do this, this, and this. It has to have X amount of this, X amount of that. Damn, look at that, dude. That's like 4.5 on the money, dude. Oh no, that's 3.5. One more quart. I don't blame you though. My mind hasn't expanded to that point yet where I'm gonna put SuperTech in my car. However, SuperTech, if it meets the API rating, it meets the API rating. That means it's a good oil. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a quart of Castrol GTX and a quart of Castrol GTX at AutoZone, and then a quart of Castrol GTX at Walmart. Send them both to Blackstone, and we'll see what shakes out. We'll see what comes back. Are they different? Let's find out. Let's settle it. That looks pretty good. Oh, bitch! So, what is AutoZone good for? As in the YouTube comments and all that, and even today, it's for when you need a part right then and there. Like I said in the other video, their car care stuff isn't bad, and it's where I go to dispose of old oil. I have my oil thing, that I fill up with used oil, and when it's full, I'll take it into AutoZone and dump it. Sometimes they'll give me oh man, that's full, right on the money, right on the money. We'll turn it on and cycle it, and maybe add a few more drops, but that is good. Oh, and they're consumables also. I'll buy consumables there because for the convenience, it's worth it. If I need brake clean right then and there, if I need engine degreaser right then and there, and it's kind of like as a thank you for letting me dump my oil there. I'll buy washer fluid, which is overpriced, or brake cleaner, degreaser, or blue paper towels. Sometimes they'll have these little oil change deals that are actually a pretty decent deal. You'll get Fast Orange, a roll of blue paper towels, and like the shittiest drain pan you've ever seen in your life, but it's like it'll be the same cost as a roll of blue paper towels, so that ain't bad. But overall, I mean, it's a shit show there. But if you don't want to go to AutoZone at all, and you don't even want to recycle your oil there, most cities have a recycling program. You can take your used oil, you can take your used coolant, which I have found is pretty difficult to get rid of because nobody takes coolant. Walmart will do the same though. Walmart will 100% take oil. I think they'll take coolant. You have to fill out a form. It's a little bit more of a process than at AutoZone. And and sometimes you have to pray that AutoZone's tank isn't full. It's like the McDonald's ice cream machine not working. Oh, the tank is full, dude. We're not taking any more oil. Okay, bro. But yeah, man, look up your city ordinance. I guess trash collection or whatever environmental services. I think that they'll be under there also. But yeah, you can take your used oil, you can take your used antifreeze, and the city will take it. That is a great tool that a whole lot of people don't realize exists. Okay, we're in the Baja. I'm gonna prime. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of a weirdo. On Subarus, I always try to let the fuel pump prime. So I'll turn the battery, hear the fuel pump buzzing when it's done, then I'll start. So what we're looking for is that genie in the fucking bottle, the oil light. We're gonna turn it on and we're gonna look at that light monitor it and make sure that it's going to shut off. Shut off immediately. Perfect. Great. So let's idle this bitch for a little bit. We'll go out here. Let's take a look underneath. Make sure we're not shitting our oil out, shitting our brains out. And I don't see anything, so we're looking pretty. Let it idle for, you know, a minute or two. Turn it off, let it sit for another minute or two. And then we'll check the oil again. All right, so the car idled, turned it off. It's been sitting for a little bit. Let the oil drain back into the crankcase. I opened the garage doors because I don't really like dying of carbon monoxide poisoning. So yeah, I got some fresh air in. And while I check the oil, our final check here, I'm gonna leave you with the story when I worked at AutoZone. I was a commercial manager, you know. Well, I started out as what they call a part sales manager, which is a gray shirt, right? Because I was kind of, you know, I was good, and I impressed them, I guess, enough to be a gray shirt right off the bat. And then I ended up becoming the commercial sales manager in Houston, H-Town, Houston, Scrooston, Texas. Damn, this bitch drank a lot. What? A guy came in one day, pissed as all fuck. Has a battery, he throws the battery on the counter. Y'all sold me a dead battery. Pissed, you know, and there was a bunch of people, and I was like, oh, let me take care of this guy because he's pissed off, you know, and we sold him a dead battery. And so I get him, I'm like, yeah, what's your phone number, blah, 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 trying to pull up his receipt and all that. I'm looking at the battery, and the black plastic is still on there. And you can really tell when those things have been taken off because it's like it tears the plastic. There's a little tab that you pull, tear the plastic, and then that little cap comes off, and the plastic obviously hasn't been torn. This guy's fucking pissed, so I don't want to piss him off even more. And I'm like, hey, sir, I'm sorry, but I gotta ask you this. Did you take this cover off the battery? And he fucking looks at it and he fucking turns bright red. And he's like, oh my gosh. Because he's coming in here in this crowded ass store, just made a huge ass scene. And he's like, oh, I did, and I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, you know, don't worry about it. Let's take this off. We'll test the battery, make sure that it's good, and then you can be on your way, you know. So I took the thing off, put the battery on the battery tester. I'm like, yeah, it's good, you know. It was just that was your issue there, and he was super embarrassed, but it was funny. It was a fun place to work at, you know, back in the day. I think it's a lot worse now. But if you do work at AutoZone, I want to do AutoZone stories or auto parts store stories like that. Email me, contact@collectorcarfeed.com. Send me your stories, you know, and I'll pick out some good ones, and I think it'll be funny. It'll be funny to read them and check them out. All right, well, thank you guys for watching. This is Netgear57, your virtual car friend, signing off. Make sure to join the Discord, discord.gg/feed, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, one more thing I almost forgot. Rock Auto always has a 5% off coupon. A lot of times when you order enough, they'll email you with the coupon code, and it's worth 5% off. Sometimes they won't email you, sometimes they will, but either way, there's always one out there. Just Google it, Rock Auto coupon code, and you'll find it. There's always one active, and it's just, you know, you get that little bit more, you know. It's not a whole lot. Maybe it'll save you tax. Maybe it'll save you a bit on shipping. But that's another big plus of using Rock Auto.